Time for another glaze review, and this week we've got Glost Slate. It's a lava glaze that creates these really interesting textures, particularly when reacting with dark clayware. It is a high fire clay, cone 5 to 8, but I find it lower than that and it works just fine. Before we get started, it's good to give the glaze a good shakedown before taking off the lid. You can see this is a fresh pot opening just for you guys, so I hope you enjoy hearing the sound of the rim being teared. It's a beige looking glaze, a little bit runny, but to be expected for brush on glazes. And this is the vessel that I will be glazing up today. It's a mini moon vase. You can see my maker's mark on the bottom, and I don't want to be getting the glaze inside. I only want to put it on the outside. I've read online that if you add lava glaze both to the outside and to the inside of the body, it reacts a little bit funny. So I'll be putting some of my Shinto glaze inside to give it that nice matte black interior. The glaze brushes on really nicely, it's quite smooth, and I'm going to be doing 3 coats, one all the way down to the bottom, the second about halfway, and the third just coating the top. And that'll help me see how the different thicknesses of the glaze react. And for future pots, I can then layer them up accordingly. Now I'll come in with a finer brush and just cut in the edge. Doesn't matter too much if I get any on the feet at this stage, because I can always wipe it off with a sponge later. But the neater I am now, the less work there will be to be done later. It's also important to do the rim, as this is likely to be the first part of the vessel that anybody sees, so making this neat and tidy is a crucial step in the pottery process journey too. So like I said, this vessel will have 3 coats, one all the way down to the bottom, one halfway, and then the final one just at the top. And that'll let me see all of the different layers and everything that makes up the whole vessel, so I can decide, does this need 1, 2 or 3 in the future. On to my second coat now. I'll speed this up so that you guys don't have to watch everything, but you can still see how I'm applying it as a brush on glaze. And then finally, coat 3. Same again, let's speed it up. So that's the moon vase now, all glazed up and ready for firing. I'll set it aside to dry properly. Next, I want to do some test tiles. This is important so that I can have a reference to refer back to when my vessels have sold. I'm starting to build a really good collection of test tiles with different layers and experimentation that I'm doing throughout my journey. But for this one, I'm going to keep it really simple and just apply 3 coats so that I can see how this lava glaze looks like in 3 coats. both vessels and test tiles ready to go. It's time to put it in the kiln. Even though the firing temperature was a cone 6 to cone 8, I'm going to fire it just at the bottom of cone 6, which is around 1222 degrees Celsius. This is because I have some other glazes that are low fire in the kiln too, but I don't think that'll impact things too much. So I'll set my dashboard and just edit the firing schedule before turning it on and firing it. This kiln will take about a day to reach the desired temperature with a 15-minute soak, and then it takes about another day for it to cool down. So let's set it off and we'll come back in a couple of days and crack the kiln. A few days later and the kiln's cooled down, so let's take a look at what was inside. First up we have the test tile. You can see here we've got this slate grey and it's really textured. I found layering this on other lava glaze yields some really interesting results. Let me see if I can get a really good view for you and zoom in. Hopefully you can see that there. Got these beautiful textures covering the surface of the clay. So next, let's have a look at the moon vase. So I think what I learned from this is I need to apply it much thicker. You can see around the top it's starting to bubble, whereas further down the vase it just kind of coats it. So this glaze needs to be coated really thickly, probably 3, if not 4 or 5. What's also quite interesting is the glaze surface here has been blushed by the kiln temperature. I assume it was kind of sat very close to a coil, and that's what caused that really nice pink flash. But you can see all around the lip where I applied it super thick, we've got those really beautiful bubbles starting to form. So I might coat it again a couple more times and fire it and see how it looks, but not bad for the first attempt. And as a bonus, I did this rising moon mini vase. I applied the glaze by dunking it into the jar like that. And you can see how the textures have grown much thicker on this than the other piece. Got some really nice jagged shapes. And inside, I applied it as well, and it didn't work too well. You got some very weird glazes on the inside. But here's a close-up of those glazed textures. So let's put everything side by side and take a look what we've got from the kiln. We've got the test tile, the moon vase, and then the rising moon vase. You can see them all here, side by side, with the different thicknesses and textures. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.